And reporters of the 4 men charged with pulling Denny from his truck and beating him claim Denny provoked the attack. As Dave Ryan reports, that alleged provocation may be central to their defense.
The 4 suspects in the Reginald Denny beating and robbery arrived at the courthouse this morning in chains and cuffs, expecting to be arraigned on charges of attempted murder, aggravated mayhem, torture, and robbery. But the main event took place in the hallway outside the courtroom, where a friend of the defendants, Gary Harris, claimed that he was there when Denny provoked the attack, which left him dazed and bleeding in the street as the Rodney King riots exploded across L.A.
He yelled out, "F*** Rodney King." That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said. And he took out his truck and got, you know what I'm saying, he got what he deserved. He stopped his truck on his own. He could have locked his door. He could have turned the corner. He could have did anything. But he stopped and yelled out what he said. So, hey.
So you're saying he incited it?
Yeah, he incited it. Yeah, he incited it. You should have kept his mouth shut. He said, "F*** Rodney King."
You actually heard that?
I heard it.
Provocation is one of the defenses that is very, very pertinent to this case, obviously.
What provocation are we talking about?
Provocation that was an individual comes into the community, perhaps starts yelling racial slurs, maybe gestures with his hands in an offensive manner.
Back in court, the arraignment was put off for a week, and the only words uttered by the defendants was to waive a deadline for a preliminary hearing.
Yeah.
Like the Rodney King trial, the prosecution in this case has the videotape, but the defense contends it's what's not on the tape that counts.
We've seen, 5 seconds on TV of a videotape? I don't know what the rest of that videotape shows. What happened before what we see happen on that videotape?
The judge denied a motion that one of the defendants, Damian Williams, be released on his own recognizance. So all of the suspects will remain in custody until the arraignment, which is now scheduled for next Thursday.
It's something that you kind of like see in a horror film, and you don't really, it's like make-believe, but you see it playing on the news, and it's just like, that's my neighbor, and it's still unbelievable.
We're doing car washes, and we're going to walk dogs and cats, and half the money we get, we're going to give to Reggie. He's really quiet, and he usually just keeps himself whenever.
Well, Chris, we're at detectives' headquarters right now. Some of them just left on a homicide call, as a matter of fact, and that brings us to the point. You see, they need your help out there. During the riots, the rate of homicides in the South Bureau went up dramatically. Homicides that occurred in areas that were being looted or burned, with plenty of witnesses around. And police want to talk to those witnesses. April 30th, 2 in the afternoon, Howard Epstein was driving this car on Slauson Avenue when he was shot. Some watched, others allegedly stole things from the car as the victim died. Some of these people may be witnesses to the murder. Close to midnight on April 29th, Ira McCurry was pleading with looters at Avalon and 102nd Street, asking them not to burn this liquor store because his home next to it might burn down. A gray Blazer drove by and shot him dead, leaving neighbors dumbfounded.
He didn't ask for that. He was just trying to protect what he loved, and that's people.
On May 4th at about 2 in the morning, victim Michelle Helford was walking down this alley. She was approached by 3 men and shot several times. They left her here to die. The alley's on the corner of 97th Street and Broadway. The suspects are described as a male black, 21 years old, with braided black hair, also this 18-year-old with chin hair, and this man of medium weight and light complexion with the letters CXL tattooed on his neck. Police are also looking for 38-year-old Gilmore Akeem, also known as Dice, for the shooting death May 1st of a man seated in a white Nissan on the corner of Cimarron and Florence. It's simple. Police need help.
We're pleading to these people now to give us a call and assist us and bring in the people to justice that is responsible for these killings.
Okay, Christina, of course, the acquittal of 4 LAPD officers, certainly a major factor in what touched off the riots. The officers had little to say during the trial, but one of them is now talking. Sergeant Stacy Kuhn was mobbed when he left the courthouse in Simi Valley April 29th. He didn't say a word. But now Kuhn has plenty to say about the riots and about the Los Angeles police. He starts off by saying that he is not to blame for the rioting that followed the verdict.
I don't feel responsible for this verdict. I mean, for the rioting at all. The cause of this riot go far beyond this verdict. These things have been going on for 25 years. And the tragedy of this is that the department has not changed one iota for the use of force. So the same type incident could happen tonight. same exact replays because the department has not changed any of its use of force policy. I don't care if there were 300 people there, 25 officers could have controlled it, and you could have gotten a response from Metro, called them up. You could have had another 50, 100 officers there in a short period of time. You could have called a tactical alert, immobilized the department, held over the watch. There's all kinds of options.